Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to our event. This is called Cultivating Creativity through Collaboration, and we're really excited that you guys are all here. We can start by introducing our team. We are the Entrepreneurs and Tech team. My name is Kate, and I'm a junior studying finance and entrepreneurship and corporate innovation.
My name is Caitlin Harshberger, and I'm a graduate student studying information systems.
And my name is Lauren. I'm a sophomore studying marketing and entrepreneurship and corporate innovation. So our mission here at the center is to empower women to build confidence and knowledge about technology while expanding leadership skills and tech skills and just basically leveraging all the technology and support for your academic and professional goals. So how are we able to do that? Here we will connect you with resources, workshops. We have think tanks where they're collaborative idea sharing. We have many guest speakers, and also we do offer one-on-one consulting. So our GroupMe is a great way to keep in touch for future events. So if you want to scan that QR code, that would be amazing. We'd love to chat after this event and hope to see you at our future events too.
So we are going to watch a little video to kickstart our creativity workshop.
Creativity is the answer. Never play on repeat. Hey, put your own spin on things. Let a new wave begin. All right, come on, let's go. 10 seconds. Creators.
Oops, sorry, technical difficulties.
Make some noise. Creativity is the answer to a world divided. Tear down those walls. Right. Creativity is the answer.
Okay, awesome. That was a start of an Adidas campaign. So this campaign is called Creativity is the Answer. Is there any guesses why Adidas would do a campaign regarding creativity? You can type in the chat or feel free to unmute.
To promote customizations for gear.
Yeah, awesome. We can go ahead and flip to the next video and it will elaborate more.
Calling all creators.
Those with the need
To make something new. Who are obsessed with progress.
Creativity is everything in today's game.
It's about making a statement.
I think what we're all trying to do is leave a mark so the game will never be the same.
The game will
Never be the same.
We're all creators.
related by a mindset.
That's our job, to continue to try to enlighten while we inspire.
Take an example of it, but now I have to create for myself.
It's not about borders,
Gender.
or race. I ain't trying to stay in my lane. I'm trying to strike while the iron hot.
It's all intertwined. Fashion inspires music.
Art, design, and sport together.
Come on, Hopkins. You know you listen to Pusha T before you get to And Aaron Rodgers, maybe you should.
Join us.
Join us.
Pull up a chair. Let's change sport.
Change lives. Let's create.
Let's create.
Okay, so now that we're all hyped up and ready to create, let's talk a little bit about what creativity actually is. It's one of those buzzwords we hear all the time, but do we really understand what it means to be creative? So, creativity is all about thinking outside the box and coming up with new ways to solve problems that maybe people have gotten used to a certain way of doing things. And it's about communicating with others while also entertaining ourselves and others. And this is a really important skill to learn because about 60% of CEOs say it's a really important leadership quality. It's a way to motivate maybe people in your team, if you're a manager, or just people you work with every day. It's a way to not get bogged down by doing the same things, the same routines all the time. And it can be as small as just taking a new way to work or listening to a new artist on Spotify, or it could be, solving a major problem in a new way. And so going along with the Adidas creative campaign, we have this infographic all about what it means to be creative. And a really important thing to note is the creative process and how iterative and cyclical it is. So you may start with brainstorming an initial idea. You're probably going to have some setbacks because you're trying to come up with this brand new way of doing things. And then you really have to commit to your new idea and your creative process. And then that's when you'll see growth. And then you'll hit the final big idea. And this all revolves around research and prototyping and testing and doing it again and again. It's really like a science, like using the scientific method to come back and find what will get you to that final big idea, that new great idea that will maybe inspire others. And how to be creative is all about finding that space where you feel comfortable to test new things, trusting yourself and your vision, getting your hands dirty, and why we're all here today to learn how to collaborate with a team while doing this creative process.
So the next activity that we are going to do, we're going to ask you all to go to the link on the screen and take a few minutes to take your creative type test. We're going to do a little activity and talk about the different creative types. So I think we're going to give you 5 or 6 minutes to finish the test. There's some like fun sounds and stuff, so feel free to turn up, like mute yourself and turn up your volume so you can go along with it as you take the test. And please type in the chat when you're finished taking the creative type test so we can move on with the presentation.
Have fun.
Okay, it looks like everybody is finishing up. Okay, so now we're gonna have you take the poll. So go ahead and get out your phones or and scan this and take the poll to see what creative type that you are. So we can compare with the rest of the people at the event.
You can also go to this website or text my name and 573. No, sorry, the other way around, 37607, and then to get your results in.
Looks like we got like one of each so far, which is cool. Okay, we can probably go back to the PowerPoint and you guys can keep putting your results. The poll is on this QR code, Carrie. Okay, so we're going to discuss a little bit about our results. So this is very interesting. This is the distribution of everyone that's ever taken the test, the percentages. So you can kind of find your creative type and see the percentage that you are. On the next slide, it will briefly talk about each of the creative types. So was anyone a maker? Let's see. Angela said she was an innovator. Does it say, oh, no one's a maker? Angela, do you want to start us off by kind of summarizing what an innovator is? And do you think that that matches you, or do you think it's a little off?
I think it sounds a lot like me, actually. Pretty open-minded, like to play with new ideas. It said I was good at implementing, or could be good at implementing. That's something I should work on, maybe. And I think that's accurate. I have the ideas, but do I have the bandwidth, the position to implement?
Awesome. Was anyone a thinker?
I was a thinker.
What was tell me a little bit about the thinker. Do you think that that fits you well?
Yeah, I thought it fit me. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it fit me pretty well. I definitely, so the creative thinker is bridges theory and practice, has a lot of intellectual curiosity, a perpetual student, very inquisitive, asking questions. I think this is pretty fitting for me. I see myself as learning a lot. I'm going to do graduate and professional school for the next 8 years, so I guess I better be a perpetual student. So yeah, and then engaging with the inner world, I think to myself a lot, zone out a lot. So I think that's accurate.
Yeah, that's awesome. Was anyone an artist? Carrie, do you want to tell us what you think it means to be an artist, or if it fits your personality well?
I would say it fits my personality pretty well. I work a lot with crochet, sewing, and I can look at something and recreate it. So I guess the living in the space between the inner and outer worlds, I don't know if I quite understand that, but I think the part about loving beauty and connecting to my senses, that all makes sense. Difficulty working through creative blocks, that's probably all true. So yeah.
Awesome. Does anyone else want to share what they were and if they think it fits them?
I was in what is it called? Adventure. And that was me to a T.
Yeah.
I've been told that like people are attracted to my energy and enthusiasm, and this is exactly what it says. So right on, right on.
Awesome. Our team took this test a little while ago, actually. And something that's very interesting is it says your ideal collaborators, and our team were all different. We all got different results and they all like matched up with each other, which was really cool because we work on a team and it's kind of cool to see like how our different creative types like intertwine. So it says it on the results, but just so everyone can have it in front of them, the artist works very well with the producer. And then it kind of goes on the slide. So you can find your type on the slide and see who you work well with. And that can help you when you're collaborating to kind of do the front leg research to see who works well together so that you can have a better outcome. I think Caitlin's going to talk a little bit more about creative collaboration.
Yeah, so now that we have a tool to use to kind of make ideal teams or teams that should work well together and challenge each other, we're going to talk more about why even go about doing this, why work to implement creative collaboration in the workspace. So creative collaboration is all about working with other people to accomplish a goal, but in a new and innovative way. So ways to implement creative collaboration, it's all about being consistent. If you tell your team you're going to start on this process, you should follow through and really allow people to say what they're thinking and just have the freedom to play around with their thoughts and ideas and see if you can really get that big idea going. It's also important to utilize the 3 T's of communication: talking, obviously, that's how you collaborate, but you also want to be transparent. So it's all about saying how you feel and what you're really thinking and feeling safe with those around you and your team to be able to do that and express your ideas. And we're going to do more about tools later in the presentation, but I mean, we all may know as veterans of work from home and Zoom and Teams that there are so many softwares out there that work to bring us together, even if we're not in the same room, that we can use to collaborate. Some are better than others, but we can use them to our advantage and use different ones for different teams to figure out how we can communicate even better. You also want to create SMART goals. These goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. So it's a better way of just saying, oh, we aim to do X by the end of our project. It's more like saying we aim to do X, Y, Z in this amount of time. It really gives your team a clear guideline as to what you're trying to achieve. So you're not just coming up with any idea. It provides a baseline to then start creating ideas. And you also want to build a diverse team, which is where something like Adobe Creative Types can come in and show how people who think in different ways and see the world in different ways can work together and really challenge each other. There are 7 keys to creative collaboration. It has to be voluntary. It's not a short process, and it is a vocal process. So people need to feel like they can express their views, and they really need to be involved in the process for it to work. You can't have someone on the team who doesn't really want to say how they feel or their ideas. Like maybe they prefer to do the normal solution, and that's totally fine. Some people do just prefer to keep going with what works. But if you want to do creative collaboration, it's all about challenging yourself and being open to that challenge. The people have to be dependable. There's a lot of bouncing ideas off of each other and doing some research and just figuring out who's good at communication, who's good at writing, who may have the tech skills you need. So you need the people on your team to really be involved in the process and to commit to what they're working on. Trust and vulnerability, it's all about being open with each other, and not every idea is a great idea, but every idea can lead to that great idea. So the freedom to shout out maybe the bad ideas, but those can lead to something that could work in the future. And a loose structure is good, but there should also be a structure. So that, again, that freedom to just really have the time to think of a lot of possibilities, but also there needs to be a deadline on that time frame. So you're not just constantly spinning your wheels and coming up with new ideas and scrapping some other ones that could have worked. You all need to share a vision, which is where the SMART goals come into play. So you all know what you're aiming to achieve. And you also need the ability to have fun so that you can, you're working with these people a lot in creative collaboration. There's not a lot of solitary work. So you need to be able to have fun with each other and just kind of have fun with the whole process, because creativity is really supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to just make you maybe feel uncomfortable at times, but also really challenge you in the way you see routine and how the world works. And then really just embracing the process and everything that goes along with it, and committing to it and seeing where it takes you, even if it's not where you initially thought it was going to take you in the first place. And Forbes wrote this article about how the future of work is creative collaboration, because you get to create these meaningful connections with the people you work with. You really get to see what makes them tick, what are their motivations, what do they not like doing so much, and you really just learn how to work with each other in a better way. Maybe instead of just sending emails back and forth, you use the software like Slack that allows you to be a little more expressive in your communication. And it also just leads to a really honest and open workplace where people can share what they're thinking and not be afraid of any judgment or anything. And so now we're going to explore one of these tools with Lauren.
Yeah, so this tool that our team chose today was Google Jamboard. I'm not sure if anyone here has used Google Jamboard. Usually when I ask, people are like, never heard of it. But it's a great interactive platform. It's like basically like a whiteboard. You can put sticky notes and like a big collaborative space. So what we're gonna have everyone do is, first we're gonna tell you how to access and navigate Google Jamboard. So basically on your screen, if you see when you are on like a blank Google search page, there's like the top right corner, there's like a square and it has all these little dots in it. So you want to click that, and then you want to scroll down, and then you should find the Google Jamboard thing. It should look like a music note with like yellow and then orange, as you can see on the left side of this presentation. And then when you open up a Google Jamboard, it's just basically like this a white background, and we're gonna use that as like a base for our platform. So yeah, Google Jamboard is really fun to use. On the left-hand side, there's all these different tools you can use: pens, erasers, sticky notes, images, shapes, text box, lasers. You can even change the background. Super fun, super interactive. We'll dive into how to use it in a little bit. And so the activity that we came up with was discovering influential female entrepreneurs and their creativity types. So what better way to celebrate International Women's Day very late with female entrepreneurs than looking at their creativity type. So this is kind of like the template that we had in mind. So you're going to choose a female entrepreneur, any of your choosing, choose your favorite one. And then using the sticky notes, you're going to identify what you think their creative type is. You're going to give us like a little main accomplishment background of what they've done, their creative traits that you think really help drive their success and stand out. And then finally, someone that they work well with. And then you're just going to include a picture of them so we all know who they are. And yeah, so I believe we're going to split into 2 breakout rooms. Caitlin is going to do a great job with putting everyone in their groups. So what you want to do is when you're in your breakout room, someone should step up and be like, hey guys, I'll share the Google Jamboard link with everyone with their emails. And then you're going to work together using your different creative types to do one entrepreneur. And then we will come back and share what you guys found.
And then the creative type, you're just guessing, like you're gonna assume based on their qualities what kind of creative type they have. And then someone that they'd work well with, try to remember like how we match them all up in the presentation. You're welcome to like Google it as well. But yes.
So I'm about to create the breakout rooms. If you want to take a picture of this slide, just so you know what all goes on the Jamboard, that could be helpful. But if you have any questions during the process, feel free to chat us back. We'll be here in the main room. So here we go. And all right. You all now should have a breakout room to go to.
Nice.
Okay, so I think, let's see, it's 5:05 now. So 10 minutes?
Yeah, at like 5:12, we can send them a message and be like,
yeah, that's a
back
good
in the
idea.
living room, like finish up soon. Would you like to pause the recording?
That's a great idea. All right, recording, closing the rooms. Oh, shoot. They close in like 60 seconds. I didn't know that.
It's okay. We'll give them time to like wrap up.
Lauren, do you want me to say like one person, or do you want to say that?
Oh, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Sorry, it was usually my email, so I was like, the amount of these that I have in my email is so funny.
Dang, maybe they weren't done. No one's coming back. Oh well.
Maybe we'll ask them like, do you guys need another minute?
It's been 17 minutes. I feel like they...
Yeah, that should be fine. All right. Welcome back, everyone.
Awesome. So we are going to have like each group present what they did in the breakout room. It's okay if you didn't get completely finished. So here's an example of Whitney Wolf, the founder and CEO of Bumble. So this is just one of our examples that we did. So if one person could volunteer to kind of present, and I'll make you a co-host and you can share your screen, That would be awesome. You don't have to do an extensive presentation, just a general what you guys talked about.
I can go.
Okay, I will make you a
It's
co-host.
Angela.
Yeah.
I had Carrie, Colleen, and Callie.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Caitlin, can you help me make her a co-host? Because
Absolutely.
and then from the second group, who would like to, just so we can make you a co-host while she's presenting?
Can you see my Jamboard?
Yes,
Yeah.
perfect.
So
Oprah.
obviously we went with Oprah. Didn't even put her name on here. I think she's pretty recognizable. We talked about her creative type being a visionary, and somebody also suggested a dreamer.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we talked about those traits in the pink on the left, the pink box, full of big ideas, charismatic, intuitive, and as a dreamer, of course, very imaginative. Some of her accomplishments include obviously her talk show. I think it was on for 25 years. Her network, her O network, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Her magazine, favorite things lives on, as a cliche or whatever you want to call that. And she's written books. We didn't get to finish. I mean, there's lots of other things. And then we determined that from the list that she collaborates well with innovators and makers.
Awesome. Love it. Oprah's a very popular female entrepreneur to do. Does someone from the second group want to share their screen?
I can share mine.
Perfect. Thank you so
Right.
much.
I will make you a co-host and you are good to go.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry. Okay, sure.
Good.
Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay, hold on. Why won't it let me? Let's see. Entire. Okay. Now it still won't show.
Not yet.
It's only giving me the option of entire screen. Maybe this.
Mm-hmm.
It still won't show it. Yeah, it won't let me share my screen. That's weird.
Yeah. I'll unmake you a co-host and try again.
Let's see. Advanced. Okay, I will.
There it is.
I think you're muted, but it's up on the screen.
Okay, so when I try to share my screen, it mutes me. And it
I
won't
can
let
talk if you want to share your screen.
Yes, thank
Okay.
you. I'm sorry.
Way to collaborate, girl.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Okay, so we chose Rihanna, who's also a really popular entrepreneur. We all know her from one thing or another. We thought she was a visionary, which means she would work well with the thinker type. So I believe she started her career in music and she's still releasing albums. I think it's been a while since her last album, but she's been busy. She's acted in a couple things, and one of her more recent things she's been doing is her Fenty lines. She does Fenty Skin, Fenty Beauty, and Savage X Fenty, which is a lingerie and I think like casual wear line. One of her big things that she's known for in these lines is that she found areas in lingerie and beauty that most brands overlook. So she has foundations and products for darker skin tones, lighter skin tones. most brands just do really light skin tones, which is a major problem that she has sort of fixed recently. And then similarly in her lingerie line, she has products for all sorts of different body types. So we thought that was in line with the visionary because she sees the problems and uses her big ideas to fix the problems in these industries.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Caitlin, if you want to share the slides again.
Yep.
But I think we were just wrapping up our presentation. We hope that you learned. I know I had never used Jamboards before Lauren taught me, and I think it's a really cool tool, especially when collaborating with a group and brainstorming different ideas that really brings out your creativity, and you can make them as like pretty and fun as you'd like, which I know I love to do. But if we flip to the next slide, here is our GroupMe code. Again, if you are interested in attending any of our future events, that's where we put all of our information. And then if you haven't completed the event evaluation yet, we would really appreciate if you did. The QR code is on the screen and I will resend the link in the chat. But thank you guys all for participating and for coming again, and we hope to see you in the future.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Great job. Thank you.